What's going on, everyone? So today I'm going to be changing out the handlebars on my Ariel Rider Rideal bike. Now the handlebars that come on here are pretty nice. They're nice and wide at 26 inches. The ones I purchased are like a little bit over 2 inches wider. I think they're around 28.5 inches, but they have about a 2-inch rise on them and they're swept back, I think, about 9 degrees. So this should give me a little bit less reach and a little bit less for bending over. Now these ones, with me being about just under 5'8", these ones are actually pretty good. It's just sometimes on longer rides it might bother my back. It hasn't yet, but I haven't went on a really long ride yet. But I'll show you here basically what it looks like with these handlebars. And like I said, I'm just under 5'8", so really not bad at all. I'm really not too far bent over, but I'm hoping that these new ones put me about right here, which would probably be about like this, I would imagine. And that's just a little bit from here to here, but I think that's going to make a big difference as far as ride quality goes on longer rides. Now, one thing I do want to mention that I've seen, I'm not quite sure if the handlebars are going to be different on the production bikes, because I did notice that on the high step bikes it actually looks like it has a set of handlebars exactly like this on the high step bikes. So maybe all the mid-step bikes come with the straight handlebars like mine, or maybe they will come with these. I'm not 100% sure. When a friend of mine gets his bike in, he has one of these on order, I'll be able to see what kind of handlebars he has. But he's actually upgrading his to a swept back handlebar, kind of like I put on my wife's electric step through, because he's an older fellow and he definitely wants to sit way, straight up. He doesn't want to be bent over at all. So I'll probably be showing that later on whenever he gets his bike. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss that video. But we're going to go ahead and get into changing these. I'll put an affiliate link down below for both the bike and all my accessories, the handlebars, the phone holder, whatever else I put on here in the future. So if you guys are interested, please check that out. If you use that link, I will make a small commission, and I'll put a coupon code down below for $50 off of most of Ariel Rider's bikes, but it will not work with the Rideal. I think that the hand grips are going to be maybe a little bit difficult to get off. The last hand grips I took off on my electrics, I used air, and it was really easy to get off. If you guys want to see that video, make sure you check out that handlebar upgrade video I did on that. But these ones I'm not going to be able to use air. I'm going to try to, well, maybe put a tip in there and blow some air in there or something, but I definitely want to get these off and save them because they're really nice grips, and I want to be able to reuse them and put them on the new handlebars. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I hope you guys find this video interesting, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after, as far as me being bent over or whatnot. So hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and that like, and leave a comment down below. It really helps my channel out. Now let's get into it. All right, guys, so now to get these hand grips off, first I removed the plugs on the end of the grips, and then I loosened the control pad up, slid it over, loosened the brake lever up, slid it over, and now I'm able to get into here easily. And what I'm going to try to do is, hopefully this works, because they don't twist at all. I don't know if they're just, I don't know if they're glued on there or not, but I'm going to try to get this tip up underneath here, spray some air, and try to get it off. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but they don't look like they're glued, but oh yeah, right off, no problem with air. So basically it's just like a silicone foam grip, just like I replaced on my other bikes, but it has a nice like faux leather covering. Not quite sure what that's made out of, but really nice grips. To slide the throttle over, you need to loosen this Allen screw right here. Let's see if this one will come off without air. It's a little bit difficult. I could probably get it off without air, but I'm going to go ahead and use the air because I have it. Perfect. So now all I got to do is take these 4 bolts out here, slide everything off of here, put it on the new ones, and then mount them back up. And what's nice is Ariel Rider does give you a nice set of tools. This came with the toolkit. I know I didn't mention that in my unboxing, but they do give you a nice set of tools for working on the bike. All right, so to slide these off, I may have to take some of this wrap off of here to give me some more room with these wires, but I'm going to slide these all the way over on this side of the handlebar, and that should hopefully, yeah, it gives me enough just enough cable without unplugging them to get them off of there. And then I'm gonna slide them on here the same way they came off that side. Slide them over as far as I can get them. And then we'll slide the other side off. And do not lose this little thing that comes out of the throttle like I almost just did. Make sure you guys don't lose that. So this side will be a lot easier. Slide this off. And put the new bars on the same order that these ones came off. See, now I don't have enough cable here to do this, so I'm either gonna have to, I'll probably just unplug these two. That'll probably be the easiest thing to do. And you can't mix these back up because they're color coded. And then that'll give me plenty of room here to install everything. And finally the throttle. And what's pretty cool about these handlebars, they actually give you marks if you want to cut them down shorter. So even if you get wider ones and want to make them shorter, if they're too wide for you, you can always cut them down. That's why I went with a little wider bar. I figured I'd try it out, and then if I don't like them, I can cut them down. And when I install these, I put a little bit of blue Loctite on the bolts, and that will help them from vibrating loose. It'll make sure that they stay in there. And you want to use blue because blue's a semi-permanent, and you'll be able to get them back out in the future if you need to. All right, so I got them on and adjusted to where I need them to be and pretty much centered up. So now I'm just going to tighten them up. And then I'm going to go ahead, put these back to where they need to be and get the hand grips on. Now we're going to see if it makes any difference at all. Hey guys, so another thing I got too that you know I'm a big fan of from my other e-bikes is a suspension seat post. So I'm going to install this probably today too, and then later on do a video about this and some of the other accessories that I have. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys stick around. All right, so now we're going to try to get the hand grips back on. Do not forget to put this piece on first or you'll have to take your hand grip back off. So let's see if they go on a little easier than they came off. And it sort of went on. Now, one trick to putting these hand grips on, and you can do it, but I don't want to do it in case I have to remove them. You can spray them with a little bit of like hairspray or something, and it'll help them slide on. And then when the hairspray gets dry, it would make them really sticky. But then, like I said, it'd be really hard to get off. I'm going to try to use a little bit of water because I got them on most of the way. But that last little bit's giving me a little bit of problems there. So I might try to put some water on it and see if I can get them on easier that way. Now let's see if that makes any difference. Oh yeah, right on. Right on, no problem. And that water should dry, and then it should prevent them from turning. Because right now they'll probably turn pretty easy. Let's dry some of that off now though. That's a little too slippery. So I want it just enough to where it goes on, but not be too slippery to where it spins easily. All right, that should be good there. And I'll go ahead and tighten these back up and put the plug back in the end. And now this side. And perfect. All right guys, now last but not least, we got to reconnect these wires, and you can see here, being that the handlebars that I bought were a little bit wider, these aren't going to reach back there. So all I got to do is take this little wrap off here that holds the wires together down far enough to where I can get these two wires to connect. I might have to take them out completely. So there we go there. That's plenty. And make sure you have these arrows lined up in these notches when you plug these back together. Alright guys, so what I had to do was take the wrap off of these right here to give it a little bit more room side to side, and then I ran all the wires up behind this front rack. I used to have them coming up through here, but it wasn't allowing enough slack for the front light and everything, so the easiest way and the cleanest way I found was right there. Nothing gets tangled up, and really nice. And one thing that I like about these handlebars right off the bat that I've noticed is now that they sit up a little bit higher, I can put bigger stuff in this basket so that when I turn the handlebars, it doesn't hit it as easily as if I had the straighter bars on that sat down lower. So that's really nice there, because when I had my camera bag on here, there really wasn't a whole lot of room between the handle grips and the camera bag, but now there should be plenty of room. I got the camera bag in there. Oh yeah, plenty of room in between there now. Everything clears good. Handlebars have a good 2 inches of clearance now between the my camera bag. So that's definitely worth the upgrade for me just because of that right there. Another thing I'll put down in the links, guys, an affiliate link, will be this net here. Really nice for this rack. It fits perfect, and when you put stuff in here, it has nice hooks on it to just hold everything in there real nice. All right, guys, so I finally got the handlebars installed. You can see there's about a 2-inch higher rise on there. Now I'll put an affiliate link down below for both the bikes and everything I talked about in this video, from the handlebars, the net. I'll put one in there for the suspension seat post as well, which I haven't changed yet, but that'll be in my next accessory video. Now, before you guys go out and purchase this, I just want to make this clear that I'm not sure if the production models are going to come with straight bars like the ones that were on my bike, or if they're actually going to have a higher rise to them like this, because I've noticed that some of the videos I've seen with the high step looks like it already has these handlebars on it. So I can't be sure, but you might not want to waste your money until you get your bike and make sure that you're not, you know, okay with the bars that come on it, because it really wasn't that bad with the original straight bars. But however, with that being said, I really do think that this makes a big difference for me. You can see here, this is about how I sit on it now, and I don't know, I kind of feel like I'm up just a little bit higher. It's not a huge difference, but I think before I might have been about right here, and now I'm here. So even with, like I said before, just the little bit of rise on here, so when I'm turning the handlebars, I can have high, you know, bigger things in that front rack. So just that alone, it's worth it for me, and it definitely does feel a lot more comfortable in my opinion. Now, like I said, my buddy, he bought a set of cruiser style handlebars. I'll put a link down below for those as well if you want to sit even further up yet and have a little bit of a different grip adjustment, kind of like the ones I put on my wife's white step-through bike that she has when I did the upgrade on it. And I did think about a set of handlebars like that, but I really like the style and look of these ones, so that's why I decided to try these ones first. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention I put an alarm on here, which is kind of cool. I'll go over all them details in the accessory video, but it's pretty neat because it actually has a feature where you bump it and it'll just chirp to kind of warn you before it just goes off. I had a different alarm before that when you hit it, it would just go off and never give you a warning, but I kind of like that warning there. That way you're not getting false alarms, you know, and maybe it'll potentially deter somebody away before the alarm goes off. But I'll show you more about that in my accessory video, so make sure that you guys are subscribed, and please hit that like button and leave a comment below. It really helps my channel out, and I will see you guys around on the next one. Thanks for watching.